Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today I'm filming a video that's new for me. On my channel, I usually stick to talking about products and talking about panning. I really have a formula to my videos that I stick to, so this is a little nerve-wracking for me because I'm basically doing a discussion type video, and I look up to so many of the women here, like Lauren, Mae Beauty, and Elle S. You know, they really hold discussion and these types of topical videos really, really well. Of course, it's still about beauty, so, you know, there's like that kind of thing. But basically, I watch their videos a lot, and I kind of want to delve more into it. I always tend to have like ideas and thoughts about the videos that they tend to create and talk about, and usually by the time I formulate my idea into maybe something that I could possibly do, I kind of like I just don't do it. I don't commit. I double guess myself, you know, so I'm not going to do that this time. I have been watching their videos, and they put these out probably a month ago, so it might be a little bit of an old news, but they both did a video basically about limited edition products, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in with limited edition products, and that is basically why I tend to not buy limited edition products. I will definitely link Elle S and Lauren Mae Beauty's videos that kind of inspired this down below, because what they said definitely brought my attention as to why I don't personally buy limited edition products, or at least I don't have that push to buy limited edition products, and that is because I tend to use YouTube as a tool. I think we've all realized that with limited edition products, it's great that we have these bigger YouTubers and beauty gurus who are getting these products out really fast before release date and doing their quick review. But especially here in the panning community and, you know, the smaller YouTubers, we know that first impressions are literally basically don't mean much of anything. Plus, I think that with limited edition products and first impressions, it's really hard to hold up a 35 pan, like let's say Morphe 35 pan palette, and do one look out of it and say yay or nay on this palette. Now, limited edition products, going back to limited edition products, I don't buy them or I tend not to buy them. I don't have that FOMO, that fear of missing out, because, like I said, I use YouTube as a tool, and the way I use it as a tool is not through first impressions. It's by getting different people's opinions, and also I get it by watching them over time. So if a YouTuber has a limited edition product, part of the problem too with these limited edition products is once they're off the shelf, big beauty gurus feel like they can't use them because their viewers can't get them anymore. You know, it's kind of like a dead product, which is a shame, because if it's a good product, then, you know, you kind of want to like see it, and especially if you were the ones that bought it, you kind of want to see them like doing tutorials, bringing them back out, doing something with it, especially if you bought it off of their recommendation, right? But I get why they do that. I get because they're always getting new things and they have to make room. It's totally, like, I understand. I don't blame anyone for it, but I feel like because of that, the hype, you get that instant hype, you get that really hyped up product, and it's that you need to buy it now, and you need to get your money's worth out of it right away. Otherwise it's going to be, you know, it's going to go away soon. There's only one palette that I know of that I've seen multiple people talk about, and they don't get rid of it because it's a great palette, a limited edition palette, and that's the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette. And that's the only one, and out of all the limited edition products that I've seen come in and out of the beauty community and the beauty world, that's the only one that people still say, I wish I got that, or they still have it even though it's limited edition. They're still pulling it out and still using it. So, that being said, like, even Kat Von D has, you know, she had the Saint Sinner palette, and that's not like, you know, that wasn't a huge hit. So even she, like, it's not just Kat Von D that does like really good limited edition products. That was her one palette that's still like holding the attention of a lot of people. Okay, sorry if I'm talking all over the place. This is, like I said, it's a new format for me, so I'm trying to like get myself into gear. But also I'm touching my hair a lot because I'm a little nervous, which is weird. But I really look for those palettes that have been in the YouTubers collection for a long time. And the ones that I see are, you know, the ones obviously that are still around today, that are the basic. I see a lot of Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I see a lot of the Urban Decay Naked palettes still. Even if they're like not using them, they still have them because they're like, oh, cult classics. Which, I mean, I guess you could say like that's not really them loving it, but they are still holding on to it, which means that they hold value for some reason, you know? I think because this is like such a community of people, we want to have what our friends have. I don't know why I did it backwards. Our friends have, you know? It's definitely, I think at a point in time, it was possible to keep up. Believe me, like a couple years ago, I was able to keep up a little bit. You know, not everything, but, you know, enough. And you can see it in my collection. So I think at a time you could keep up and you could have a complete collection. But because there's so much saturation of, and we hear this all the time, the saturation of the marketplace is so high. I think that's really, really hard to keep up. And those limited edition products, because they're so easily, they come and go so easily. I like to buy makeup that is going to be talked about. You know, there's always that something, that inclusiveness that you feel whenever you have, when you have something that you can relate to. I don't know if that makes sense, and it kind of feels weird to talk about like a product like that, but you want to kind of be a part of the conversation. At least I do. I want to be an active, obviously I have a YouTube channel, I want to be an active participant in what's going on, in the in what's talked about. Obviously, also I want to find, like, you know, the random products or the seemingly random products that are hidden gems, but for the most part you want to have relevancy to your channel or what you're using or whatever it may be. So that's why also, being someone who's paying for this with my own money, I don't want to have a palette that's going to be in and out within 2 months and then no one's really going to want to hear or listen about it, because you either have it or you don't. You either like it or you don't. And obviously, like, it's different with tutorials and stuff because you can talk about something and there's always, you know, there's always a little bit of a value with color combinations. And also, you know, it's also good to know, like, I know Tarte is terrible with their limited, or has been known to be terrible with their limited edition, like, holiday releases. Like, their quality is not as good, you know, all those types of things, at least from what I've heard. I haven't actually tried any of their stuff, but that's kind of what the hearsay has been around YouTube. So of course those are also good things to know, but again, there's a relevancy and an inclusiveness to permanent palettes. I know that buying my Naked palette, it was going to be around for a while, like it was going to be known for a while. And on top of that, there were, even as a pure like watcher of YouTube, because a majority of I haven't bought very much since I started my YouTube channel, but being a watcher of YouTube, I was going to be able to get a lot of like tutorials and get ready with me using that product so I could get different looks. I'm really going to hate myself when I'm editing this because I'm talking in circles, and I'm going to do my best to keep everything concise, but I apologize in advance if I don't do that, because I'm definitely not doing that in real life. But yeah, that's kind of why I don't buy limited edition products. Obviously there are exceptions. I bought the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and at the time it wasn't really known if it was going to be limited edition or not. I don't think it came out and said it, but they also didn't say that it was permanent. So not the first time around, but the second time around, I like really wanted it, and so I bought it. There's been like a few face palettes, again, like an Hourglass face palette that was limited edition that I bought, and a Tarte blush palette. So I mean, there's obviously, like, I have a few limited edition products. I don't give into that fear of missing out, that hyping. I don't want it, you know. If I can't get it in 4 or 5 or 6 months, whenever I've saved up enough money and really thought and been a smart consumer a smart person with my money that I've worked really hard for, I don't want it. You know, I want to be able to take my time and think about what I'm going to buy. And that's, I think, part of, you know, just being a smart consumer. Obviously, I don't want to say like I'm better because I think about it. No, there's definitely not that. You do what you want with your own money, and if getting a palette that means something to you, then that's something else. Like, I've been tempted especially too by like Disney type of palettes, but I've just never caved in because, again, I don't like being rushed and pressured into spending my money on these things. I put out my candle because it was getting crazy. I think that's one of those things that you have to look at your own collection and look at your own mindset and think what you want to do. Obviously, there's a time and place for limited edition products, and I think that they can bring a lot of people joy, and that's totally up to you. But personally, my wallet does not allow me to take a gamble on those types of products because it is a gamble. It is very much an in-the-moment snap decision that you have to make for the most part for some of them. Obviously, some of them are limited edition and they're on the, you know, they're on the market for years, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's, you know, gone in a second. So it's always a personal decision, and I just wanted to kind of put my own spin on the conversation as to why I personally don't get FOMO, because obviously I do every now and then. Like, I always say, oh, I wish I had that. But mainly, again, what Elle, I think it was Elle, pointed out, that they're just colors in a different assortment of things, and they're just a collection of colors that have like maybe a story behind them and everything, and maybe that inspires you. But that's all they are. They're just a bunch of different colors, and there's nothing like that extreme about them for the most part. It's just, the color story, and the packaging, does that appeal to you? Is it enough for you to go out and spend your money? And that's definitely a personal decision, and for me, most of the time, it's not enough for me. Normally, I want the quality, and I want to make sure that's the number one thing. I want to make sure that my quality, the stuff that I'm putting my money on, is going to have a good quality, because I'm just like a normal person, not a makeup artist. I can't make everything work. I can only make something that's consumer friendly work, that's everyday friendly work. So yeah, that's my thought. Again, I apologize if it's like all over the place. I'm sure it is. Again, I want to thank the ladies Lauren, Mae Beauty, and Elle S, especially those two especially, because those are the videos that I tend to watch. They are very inspirational as far as what they're discussing and putting out there, and I want to thank you guys. Again, I will link their videos down below. Please go ahead and check out those videos, because they're really good with their words, and I don't think I am, so they may be making a lot more sense than I am. So if you want to learn more about it, go talk with them. But that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you have any opinions differing or the same, go ahead and leave them in the comments section down below. It'd be nice to have a discussion. That's what is really exciting about YouTube, are the discussions that I can have with everyone who's as makeup enthusiast as I am. So yeah, thank you guys again, and have a good day. Bye.